I'm doing my project on mineralogists, and yeah. So a few quick facts. As you go down, of course, density increases. As you go down to the center of the Earth, the temperature also increases, and also as you go down, the pressure increases. So, yeah. The crust is on the outside of the Earth. It's the least dense. It contains oxygen, silicon, aluminum, and calcium. It also contains two different types of physical layers, continental and oceanic crust. It's also 50 kilometers thick. So the next layer down is the mantle. It's the middle layer, and it's more dense than the crust. It contains iron, aluminum, silicon, oxygen, and magnesium. It's also where convection happens. So that's how volcanoes and stuff happen like that. It's also 2,900 kilometers thick. So the next layer down is the core, or like the inner core and the outer core. It's the center of the Earth. It's the most dense, and it contains iron, nickel, sulfur, and oxygen. It also is 1/3 of the Earth's mass. It's also 3,430 kilometers thick. So now let's get more in depth of the physical layers. So the lithosphere is a part of the crust and the upper mantle. It's rock solid, and that's where the plate tectonics are, so like the continents and stuff, where that's where they like move around and stuff. And it's 150 kilometers thick. So the next physical layer down is the asthenosphere, and it's a part of the middle mantle, and it's flowing solid, so it like moves around but it's still solid, and that's where the actual convection happens and stuff. It's also 250 kilometers thick. So the next layer down is the lower mantle, and that's where the mesosphere is, and it's flowing solid just like the asthenosphere, and that's where the temperature really decreases. It's also 2,200 kilometers thick. And the second to the last layer is the outer core. It's the upper core of the core, and it's like liquid. It's straight liquid. It's completely melted rock and everything, and it's also the only liquid layer. So it's also 2,900 kilometers thick. The next layer down is the inner core. It's the middle of the Earth, of course, because it's the inner core. It's the core, yeah. And it's rock solid. It's like so much pressure around it, it has to be solid. Like if it was liquid, then it would kind of like all like sink in and stuff. It'd be weird. It's also the most dense layer out of all the layers because it's in the middle, of course. As I said, as you go down, density increases, stuff like that. It's also 3,430 kilometers thick, so it's pretty thick. So yeah. Also a few other things. Convection is when warmer rock rises up to the surface of the Earth, and the cooler rock sinks. Like that's what happens in the asthenosphere. And yeah, I hope you guys like my project. Thank you for listening to my little thingy here. So yeah, thanks. Bye.